Well, hi, and welcome to my shop. Thanks for checking in. If you've been watching the whole series of videos on this radio, then you know the last video I had a big breakthrough. Got rid of a terrible capacitor here, and really thought maybe I should just go ahead now and do the alignment. I could do that, but just before, something I'm really kind of lax on doing with most of the things I work on is doing some resistor checks. And there's a whole bunch of the same value of resistor in here, and I can kind of jump through them fairly quickly. And a little bit hit and miss, but I'll hit most of them, and we should be able to check them pretty quick. So first one I see is this yellow, purple, yellow. So let's do that one. Don't even have to think much about what it is. So that's just over half a meg. Here, let's put this in view. Now I'm testing these inside the circuit, so in some cases it's not going to be valid. But there we are. So that's 530. Okay, here's another one. 480. Okay. Here's another one. 450. Okay. And that's all there is of those. So another one that there's a lot of is this brown, black, green. So that's a 1, 0. I think that might be a 10 meg. More like 1 meg. I think this one is not a green third band. I think it's a blue third band. Okay, I think that's it for that. Okay, here's one here that's 47K. Rate's 50K. This one here is 10K. Oh, look at that. No, that's 10K, right? Because of the scale I'm on. There, we'll take a look again. Why? I'm a little trouble making contact there. There we go, 10K. Here's another one. This one's a little dirtied up, but I think it's a 10K. No, yeah, brown, green, yeah, 16. That's right. Okay, let's see. Down here we've got a 47. Ooh, I make that to be. I think that's a 470. Wow, 470 ohms. You know what? I'm suspicious I put that resistor in. at a time where I may not have had many choices. Let's check the resistance of that. So that's right on the output tube. So all the resistors are testing good, eh? So that's on the output tube. It's grounding. Oh, it's great. That's the cathode resistor. Ooh. Cathode resistor. The cathode resistor is right there. R19, I think is what that says. R19. And so, if you look at R19, well, how do you like that? 270 ohms is what it's supposed to be. Half watt. 270 ohms. Look what I've got in there. Right there. That's a big difference. We can't let that stand. That's going to cause, that's interesting now, that would cause the grid voltage to be more negative, to appear more negative. I can't remember what I measured the grid voltage as. Let's do a little experiment here. We'll measure the grid voltage, or the cathode drop, whatever you want to call it, before and after. So, okay, we'll do the before. You have to do the before you do the after, I'm pretty sure. The after is always after the before. Okay, everything looks just fine. Got an antenna on it, speakers connected. Looks good. There we go. Radio is switched on. There we go again. Very interesting behavior on the voltmeter there if you were watching it. I'm afraid I got a big reflection on it there. Sorry about that. It's doing some interesting things. Too bad we didn't catch that. Okay, full voltage. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we'll read the voltage drop on there. Right here, right here, right here, right here, for crying out loud. 16 volts. Boy, that doesn't sound good. Now, turn to the manual here. Let's see what a 6V6 likes to have as its grid bias. 6, I'm sure it's not 16, 6V6. Grid number 1. So depending upon the plate voltage, our plate voltage is high, so that it's minus 8.5 or minus 12, minus 13 when you got a really high plate voltage. That's where we are, minus 13. So actually minus 16 is not that bad. Let's give a maximum. Peak A audio frequency. Peak AF grid number 1 voltage. Well, the peak is the same as the bias. Well, you know, we could just leave it there maybe, because minus 16 is not much different than minus 13. the result is a little less plate current, which is very desirable. I think, you know, from what I'm reading here, we're still well within the operating range of the tube. Maximum signal plate current, 35 milliamps. So we had 16 volts. I'm going to attempt arithmetic with no calculator. Let's see what happens here. 16 volts dropping across 470 ohms. So let's see. That would be 16 over 470 to get the current. That's something, let's see, 16, so let's see, 16, 470, this is really painful. This is painful video, isn't it? Just give me, I'll just do this really quick. Approximately 30 milliamps. So I think 30 milliamps are flowing through that tube. Where'd it go? Maximum signal plate current. Zero signal plate current. 35. 34. I just worked it out to 50. My arithmetic's probably wrong anyway. I'm not going to worry about it. Or is that dude glowing a little hot there? I don't think so. What is that? No, it's just the edge of something I've tuned in. The radio's drifting though. Something was drifting. Let's try another band. Oh, that's terrible. I think the switch needs a lot of cleaning. Hard to tell when you've actually gone from spot to spot on it. Alright, why are all these birdies coming out too?
After my Candide brother, he got off into, at that time, the Way International.
Oh, I wrote a book on them.
After honest to pew, talk about my mom and dad, staunch Catholics.
Yeah.
I was, and it just, you know what, still not back to the Catholic faith.
Jesus Christ is not God.
Yes, yep. Yep. I mean, that should tell you something.
Okay. Well, it sounds nice when it picks something up, but it certainly has a lot of weird squeals in it still. And that switch does need a cleaning. Let's check, while we got the voltmeter going, let's check the B plus on see what we got happening here. What am I doing here? There it is, 93. I don't know why I missed it first time around. Not many voltages on this too. Does that really make sense? See, it doesn't take long for me to get curious about things. Let's, maybe that's the case here. So this is the tube. Excuse me, this is the tube I'm poking around. Yeah, the only one that should have voltage on it is the plate, and that's just what I found. One of these two plates that's developing the AVC voltage. So what are all these heterodynes? That's an odd sound right there. That sounds like regeneration. Don't really hear it with that.
Fidelity to the Pope and the Magistrate. Catholics who engage in the to serve Christ. To start your subscription to the National Catholic Register today. A banner for the Register, or call 800-854-6316. That's EWTN.
Let's just consider the value of this cap down here. This yellow one. That's coming off of pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming off of pin 6. Pin 6 on 6v6. There is no pin 6. Let's count them again. That's definitely pin 8, where the cathode resistor is. Pin 8, 7, 6. 6 has 2 resistors and a capacitor connected to it. And there is no pin 6 in this tube, so that's just a connection point. Okay, so that means that capacitor is not actually connected to the tube, but it's connected to this resistor IC22K, and that's coming from pin number 5. Pin number 5 is the grid. There's the resistor, and there's the C37 right there. C37. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at this. This might be the root of some trouble. What's that say there? I'd say that's 0.002. C37.002 microfarads. Gotta get a look at this. Oh, I'm gonna stick my fingers in there. Okay, shut it down. It's got a bit of a hum. Right. How am I going to get a look under that? Hey, let's use the mirror here. Oh. That's backwards. I think it says 202. Let's see. This is how how doubtful I am I'm seeing it right. Yeah, 202K, 202. This is a .002. It's the right size. Very good. Who knows, I might have done that capacitor a few videos ago and I've forgotten about it. So, well, why don't we figure out what this one is too? This was supposed to be a .01. That's not happy moving. Yikes. There's a lot of stuff written on there. I don't know what it says. Here, let's see with the camera. Okay, raise it. Wait 1 second here. Like the 103. .715P. 103. I think the number would be 103. Looks like 103J. 103. 103. This sounds right to me. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can't see that there's well, let's check these resistors here. I didn't check those before. Would like to nail down the problem with the motor boating, but about 4. Oh, I was on the wrong connection there. Let's try this. That would look like 260. $264. 264K. It's supposed to be 22K. Is that the correct value? that one is off the volume control. R10. 220. Yeah, it's good enough. And this one here is 22K. Down here I didn't test. I think I may have missed. That's a 470 reading at 550. Yeah, let's just align it. Say that's what we should do. Now we did the I did the Iaf alignment already, and I was part way into the first shortwave band when I abandoned ship and ended up doing all this other stuff. So let's switch on the radio first. Good.